Outlast is a game series that I didn't really have a whole lot of exposure to. At most, I've only seen a couple Let's Play videos of it several years ago, as well as Chicken Ninja 42's challenge of beating the games without night vision. On my quest to find a secondary game to cover on the channel, thanks to taking Dead by Daylight's Walking Dead patch off, thanks to lukewarm reception, to put it kindly, I've taken some suggestions from my community and did a little digging. I streamed Subnautica one day, took some time to take a peek at SCP Secret Lab, only for my experience on that game to be ruined because I was reminded as to why I always keep my voice chat settings disabled in PvP games, and then came along Outlast Trials in the suggestion box. Initially thinking the game was just Outlast but an ASIM game, I didn't have much faith in the game since I just usually don't have faith in ASIMs beyond DBD, but after playing it for myself, I can confirm that I was dead wrong about this game. In fact, let me tell you all about it for those who haven't played it. The base gameplay loop of this survival horror game is pretty simple when first starting out. You play as a civilian who involuntarily participates in trials for the Murkoff Corporation's Sinyala facility during the Cold War. After you get a set of night vision goggles drilled into your head, play a little game of Will It Grind featuring Phyllis, and destroying your records in the tutorial trial, you'll have access to the hub of the game and begin to actually participate in real trials. This is primarily made to be a multiplayer game, but you're more than capable of playing and succeeding on your own as well if you're like me and either don't have anyone to play with or you're just down for a challenge. When actually playing the game, you have to complete the objective or objectives the trials give to you, all while you're being hunted down by multiple enemies known as the experimental population, or X-Pops for short. You'll get acquainted with many of them as you play, but each area seems to have one specific X-Pop known as a prime asset in the bunch that is unique to the trial environment. You're able to evade them all by using bottles and bricks to throw and distract them temporarily, avoid stepping on shattered glass and through other noisemakers, using hiding spots, and, per Outlast tradition, using the darkness around you to stay hidden while utilizing those night vision goggles to know where you're going. However, the less you rely on these stealth tools while minimizing how much damage you take, the better your grade will be at the end of the trial. The trials on average take about 15 minutes, potentially shorter or longer depending on how familiar you are with the environment. Good at the game, I am not, however. So hey, that's one thing the X-Pops and I have in common. We have no idea where the fuck we're going. As per trial types, you'll have access to the base game trials, weekly routine trials that have modifiers attached to them, a roguelike endless mode where you build up your loadout as you play until you die, and a level editor to create your own hell. As you might have heard when I briefly talked about the endless mode, you do get a loadout to bring with you into every trial. This won't matter too much when you're first beginning, but as you level up and progress and unlock higher difficulties, you can use the vouchers you earn in-game to purchase player-exclusive items called rigs, as well as special contraband items that give you special passive bonuses in whatever trial you're playing. You can also use vouchers to upgrade your rigs with new effects or give them better numbers, as well as unlocking new abilities for your character, such as the ability to slide, save teammates without exhausting yourself, expand your usual 3 inventory slots to 4, and a whole lot more. These all help greatly as you progress the game, letting you play the same trials or new ones on higher difficulty settings to keep up with the increased aggression of the X-Pops, and speaking of, let's go over what all you can do in the trials themselves beyond the objectives and trying not to die. While within the trial, there's an overlying objective or set of objectives you have to complete, as stated earlier. While roaming around the map, you can collect various items to help you out. The bandages and health bottles are used for healing, bottles and bricks can distract X-Pops and can be used as a last resort to briefly stun them, lockpicks can unlock applicable doors, first aid boxes, and technical boxes, batteries can recharge your night vision partially or fully depending on the battery size, so on and so forth. These items can all be found either lying around in the open or in those aforementioned first aid boxes or technical boxes, although opening either of them has the chance to blast you with gas that can reduce your sanity levels. While low on sanity, you get visions of a phantom-looking character named the Skinner Man who tends to occasionally jump scare you, and in the events of full insanity, he becomes an active threat that always knows where you are and won't let up until you take an antidote to get your sanity back up. Even with these items to help you, they're not meant to carry you through the game. There's some even heavier items like gas canisters that can reduce your movement speed and require both hands, restraining you from using other stuff in your inventory and your rigs until the item is set down. You have your usual locked doors, doors you can bash down, and shutters you can lift up to crouch under for a limited time, but paying attention to these doors is important. Occasionally you'll find a rigged one that will attack you if you open it carelessly, which will require you to either slowly open the door to trigger the trap, or disarming it. Although do keep in mind the latter option can negatively impact your score depending on how much you do it. There's also plenty of instances in the game where you'll need to search for certain keys for various reasons, and oftentimes the keys are found inside the bodies of other victims of the trials, requiring you to get your hands dirty if you want to make progress. However, you just can't search these corpses willy-nilly. You will have to pay attention for clues on the TVs near where each key goes to, giving you a symbol to look out for. If you find the body with the corresponding symbol, you're free to search it and get the key. While searching an incorrect body will result in you pulling out an electrical device that will take out some of your health as punishment for not using your eyes. Finally, once the trial is completed, you'll have to leave the way you entered, and oftentimes one or several X-Pops, often including the prime asset of the area, will be waiting for you to make the waiting game for the shuttle to pick you up more exhilarating and force you to juke or run them around the level in order to escape. Or you can just be me and throw a stun grenade rig at them and then go hide until a shuttle arrives. Overall, there's a fair bit to consider when playing Outlast Trials, but most of it becomes second nature once you become familiar with the game, making it pretty approachable for newcomers to the series, and the very gradual pace of the learning curve makes figuring everything out a cinch. Outlast Trials is a game I wish I gave a chance sooner. When I first saw it, I initially thought it was just another ASIM game focusing on a single license, but as I did my research and played the game myself, I found that I was very, very wrong about it. No player can ever take control of the X-Pop characters, making the game more of a 4-player PvE experience. As much as I don't enjoy voice chatting with strangers, the lack of PvP setting and emphasis on teamwork if you play multiplayer makes using VC in this game not as bad as it could be. Though I like the challenge of playing alone, so that's all I've been really doing so far in Outlast Trials. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and join the community Discord. I'm aware this is a bit of a shorter video than normal. I just started playing this game not too long ago, and I've been enjoying it a ton. Since this is the new secondary game coming to the channel, I figured a good place to start as I gather more experience was to make a brief review of the game using my Casuals Analysis series, only with its format tweaked a little to fit the game rather than a DVD chapter review. Let me know in the comments what you think of Outlast Trials if you've played it. And now if you excuse me, I have a Dead by Daylight PTB to prepare covering, because holy shit, there is a lot to talk about over on that game now that I'm back from what was basically a 1-month hiatus from covering that game. With that in mind, cheers!